Dispatch. Suspect is on the loose. I repeat, suspect is on the loose. Send all available units within a 5-mile radius to my location. Allison must be caught.
So, what did you think of Phantom of the Opera?
I liked it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And who do you think Christine should have ended up with?
Oh, Raoul.
Raoul?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Why?
Because he was so loving, and he was so sweet, and he tried to help her. Who do you think?
Phantom.
Why?
There's, he was obsessed with her. He literally killed for her. So, he should have been the one to get her. In the end.
Hi, this is Jack Hendricks, and you're listening to 2FM Radio. Good morning, everyone. Hope you are all doing well. I'm going to start off and talk about the new update the Garda released regarding the whereabouts of Allison Lebrun. They said she still hasn't been caught, but I mean, come on. It's been 2 days and she nor her vehicle has been seen? I mean, come on.
Public restrooms are so germy, but perfect for hiding bodies. How's it going, beautiful? You doing well?
Just get out of my head.
How many times have you had this conversation with yourself? It's all you, Allison. You just can't seem to let your killer boyfriend go. I wonder why that is. You love me still, but yet I killed your brother. I turned you into Chrome Face. And even though you washed your hands, the blood of your mother still stains them. So how could you still love me? I think you love what you've become, and you've loved that I helped. The only one who ever understood you. So you want me here, but you refuse to accept that. So accept it, baby. Put on that mask again and have some fun. It is Christmas. Make me proud.
I'm never going to be what you want me to be, Dylan. I'm not that mask. It's what you made me. And I need to get you out of my head.
Interesting. Just, how do you plan on doing that? Because, do you remember, just a week ago now, you tried to face the death of your brother to help you come to terms with it, and instead it did this.
Wait. That's how I can.
What?
Just like you said. I tried facing my brother's death by going to the place where he died. But I was wrong. That's not how you overcome grief. That's how you overcome a demon.
Wait, what do you mean?
In order to defeat your demons, you need to become face to face with them.
Well, stupid. Aren't you face to face with me? Look, I look defeated. Oh, I'm melting! I'm melting! Not really.
You're just a mirage that's overstayed its welcome. I need to become face to face with who you are. By facing the moments of what I thought you were, not what you actually are. By visiting the special places we spent time together. And seeing them for what they really were. A manipulation game to destroy me.
So, you're gonna go on a road trip down memory lane, hoping to overcome me so you can better yourself. Hashtag mental health. Okay. Should be fun. But, genius, what are you gonna do about the cops? After all, you are a murderer on the run. How are you gonna solve that problem once you're better?
I'll figure that out when I come to it. But first I need to fix myself.
Alright. Get your keys ready. Now where are we starting?
Your grave.
Yes. My grave. I wonder what it looks like. I hope I have a big tomb, something like Elvis's grave or Shakespeare's. I'm glad they didn't flush my ashes away. Alright. Hopefully, there'll be some victims along the way.
Well, are we doing this or what? What's the problem?
It says online that it's supposed to be around here.
Well, that is the problem with unmarked graves.
This must be it then. It must be down there.
Alright, well, Ali, you came all this way. You have anything to say to my remains? What did you just do?
I defeated the fear I had of you. That's one barrier down.
We'll see. What's the matter, Ali? You getting a little emotional?
Just leave me alone.
Leave you alone? Ali! Wake up, darling! It's you that's thinking about me. I'm only here because... Well, because you want me here. This whole trip doesn't seem to really be getting rid of me just yet. You still need me here, baby.
I don't need you. You just manipulated me.
It's what I do. It's what my legacy is going to be known for. What I've done to you. And once you're caught, and they want to hear your story, and you're going to talk about me. So you can try to forget me all you want, Ari. You can come here, where we first met, and hope that it'll give you some power over me. But as long as you're dreaming me up, you're never gonna win this. I mean, what are you trying to achieve this time by coming here?
Well, like you said, it's where we first met. It used to be a special memory of mine until I realised it was all a lie.
Are you sure it was all a lie? Are you sure that this particular memory was a lie?
It was a lie. I showed you my weakness from the very beginning, and you took advantage of it. You took advantage right away. I told you. I'm learning now. And by the end of this trip, you won't be able to control me anymore.
This looks different.
fake.
Ali, I don't think that's fake.
Hello, Allison.
Oh, you better run.
Why do you have to make it harder on yourself, Allison?
Who was that?
I don't know, but I'm a big fan. What was with his mask, though? It's all covered in bandages. I wonder if he's a doctor. That'd be some twist, wouldn't it? Imagine all the death scenes.
It's probably some Dylan freak. Nevertheless, I need to continue with my journey.
You really are crazy. So where's next?
I have 2 spots left. Our first date. And
you're not thinking about... You are thinking about, that's how I know. You'd be leaving Irish territory and entering into English territory, love. And it's a more busier spot, so a lot riskier. But on top of that, it is a very high populated crime spot. And there is a lot of people going around. Just promise me you'll kill a few people, just, why? No one will notice. Shit happens there all the time.
It needs to be done. So that I don't have to keep seeing you anymore.
I'm never gonna forget what I saw. The smell. Oh, that smell. I can't get it out of my nose. This was a quiet town until Dylan Daly. We're still recovering from what he did. Finally forgetting and moving forward, but now she needs to be caught. She can't cause any more harm. I need to sleep. But how can I?
Do you think by now that your brother looks like that? Wow, tough crowd. Never really been one for museums. Always been more of a funeral kind of guy. Well, this piques my interest. So what are you expecting to do this time?
This was our first date. This was where you really got into my heart.
Oh yeah, that's right. I gave you this.
You knew that I loved the Titanic. And when you gave this to me, you said that you gave me your heart and that you would never let go. But the only thing you would never let go of is a knife.
Do you feel better now, Allison?
So much better.
You can celebrate your holiday, but we will soon be selling ours. Dylan will never be forgotten about.
New update on Allison Lebrun. She was sighted earlier this night in a museum just 45 minutes from her home, leaving behind evidence, a broken heart-shaped necklace. Apparently the CCTV footage shows she was in the Iron Age grave exhibit, staring into one of the exhumed bodies before smashing the necklace and then leaving. It is certainly a peculiar scene and so close to home, too. You'd have figured she'd be as far as possible by now. One thing's for certain. I'm sure serial killer Dylan Daly is smiling in his grave knowing that his name is making headlines again. Next up, music.
I'm smiling now.
Definitely wasn't like this last time. Looks like Liverpool has helped out.
Is that all I'm worth? Just a corpse in your boyfriend's nightmare. Why are you letting that happen?
You'll never see this face or hear this voice to help you ever again, my love. It didn't have to be that way. I cared.
You did it, Allison. You got across the border, you got into the city, and you haven't been caught by either the police or that fool in the mask. You got exactly where you wanted to be. The end of your journey. Now, why this spot?
It's where you proposed to me. Right here, a fun day, ended with the promise of forever happiness. With you. Exactly 1 week later, you died. This moment. It was the stamp of your mind games.
Nothing lasts forever. Come on now, Allison. You of all people should know. Everybody dies.
Watch your favorite scary movie. Get comfortable and welcome to Castle D. Ghostface.
Who are you?
A protected secret with a face that will shock so many, for it was believed to no longer be existent. A face you will now lay your evilest lies upon.
Jason?
What's the matter, Allison? Looks like you've seen a ghost.
Now I'm gonna keep this on, if you don't mind, because I believe that the last face you deserve to see is the same familiar face that your victims looked upon as they drew their last breath.
Jason, you're supposed to be dead.
A knife wound to the head, chest, and a slash across the same spot. I should have been dead. Close to, lost a lot of blood. But if it wasn't for the police that Sabrina called, just in time, they got to me. I did flatline for about 2 minutes, but when I came to, I unfortunately was stuck in a coma. It lasted up to a year.
Oh, so that's why his mask had bandages. Because of the bandages he received. That's symbolism. Never thought you had it, brother.
So, for me, the events of 13 months ago all happened 3 months ago. But I wouldn't have been here without my sister.
Sister?
Yes, me and Dylan's sister, Olivia. She always sort of liked to do her own thing, and I applaud her for that. Sabrina approached her not long after Dylan's death.
There's something I need you to do for me when I'm gone. There's someone like us, like you, that will need help.
Who is it?
My sister.
Apparently Dylan wanted Sabrina to turn Olivia for his supposed prophetic legacy. She, of course, turned it down. And out of fear of Sabrina finding her and wanting to kill her, she went into hiding here, our home, with a different name, and made sure that only her and the doctors knew about me. Because if Sabrina had known I was still alive, she'd want to finish the job. So Olivia waited here until I was able to wake up, and then brought me back here to her home and looked after me for the last 3 months while I was recovering. And it was recently that she told me everything. That it was Sabrina. Sabrina was alive. She tried to kill me. She was... I was nothing to her. My older brother, the psychopath, was. So, sorry if I'm a little emotional, but you have to understand, there's nothing like a broken heart. But, anyways, my sister has now finally moved on and gone to start a new life away from all of this terrible family shit. And she's waiting for me. But I obviously had to stay behind. Because I could not allow Sabrina or any of Dylan's minions to try to keep this legacy of his, this evil thing alive. I couldn't allow it. I could not. It needed to be stamped out. And I was the only one willing to do it. I am the only one who's willing to do it. But in case of any witnesses or cameras, I knew that unfortunately I had to take advantage of the situation and put on this despicable outfit. You know, someone, if they saw it, they might just think I'm some Dylan freak. Or, now, they might think it'd be you. So, I went back to my old home to find Sabrina, but I was too late. You had gotten to her first and ripped out her tongue. I believed I was too late for even just a smidge of revenge. But I wasn't.
Still want to go to Rome, baby?
I only wish I could have heard her scream. And then, a boom. I ran outside to see what was going on, and that's when I saw you. Not knowing who you were at the time, just seeing this masked figure. Knowing it had something got to do with Dylan. So I followed you back to your mother's garage, and I witnessed you murder her. And then I finally saw your face. Dylan's girlfriend. It made too much sense. I thought I could have had my moment right there with you. I feared the police would find you. You were too clumsy. But just in case, I held out for hope that if you were to escape and use your car, I left this phone inside. So I would never lose you. So I could get the job done.
Jason, I've been trying to fix myself for the last 2 days. Going to the places I went to with Dylan when I spent time with him. Trying to figure out what happened to me.
Wait, you didn't know? You didn't know the original source? The inspiration Dylan used for how he manipulated you? My dear, that journey? All you have to do is pick up a remote and search it on YouTube. Alexa, search on YouTube Friday the 13th Requiem, timestamp 1 hour 9 minutes and 38 seconds. This was one of Dylan's movies, a Friday the 13th fan film. In this scene, the main character had just found out he was the killer all along. All began when a masked killer murdered his brother and sent him down, him and his mental health, towards a copy of similar mask but different, doing exactly what the killer would have wanted. Dylan replicated you off one of his own original characters, Gage Jarvis. He made you a real Gage Jarvis. His own original work brought to life, just like he tried doing with Screamed.
Jason, I don't want to be like this. I don't want to be this thing that Dylan made me into. I want to be good.
I understand, Allison. I do. What it's like to be a pawn in Dylan's game. But unfortunately, you got one of the worst pieces of the puzzle. You have killed. You have murdered your own mother. You have committed crimes. You are not to be trusted, Allison. You ran away, putting yourself out there at large, putting other people in danger. You could switch at any given moment. You made a selfish decision, believing you could change yourself, that you could do it, not knowing the ramifications and the consequences you could have caused. Your own mother is now going to her grave in the next few days. But because I understand that you are still a victim, Allison, that is why I didn't take you out like an animal. I believe you still deserved to be brought back here, to see my face, to know and understand why I have to do this. You need answers. You deserve explanations and answers. And as much and as scary as it can be, and confusing, you have to understand who in this room is the real killer and who in this room is the true Ghostface. You are Dylan's legacy insurance. And even if you get caught and speak to the police, and if you go insane and you try anything, your story of what you've done, of how you've been manipulated by an evil genius, will further just create and add to the curiosity of Dylan. And I cannot allow that. My brother's death needs to be for nothing. But I understand and fear that because of the decision I am about to make, I too will feel the flames of hell. But this job must be done. I am sorry It has to be only this way. But for the better good, and for the lives of the innocent just walking by in their hopes and dreams, in fear that they'll be struck down, you must be taken out, and Dylan's memory must fade away with you.
Okay, babe, I think we kind of need to wrap this up. You know, it doesn't sound like it's going to end good for you, which means it's not going to end good for me.
Not now, Dylan.
Allison, can you see Dylan?
I'm kind of having a conversation here.
Where is he right now?
Standing right beside you.
Interesting. So your mind allows you to form up a dead man. What a despicable man you were. Pathetic and animal. You murdered your own mother. You tried to kill me. All for a movie. You fucking freak. But you weren't as smart as you thought you were, Dylan. You trusted the wrong people. Tell me, where's your best friend Tyrone now? Shanked in prison. Huh? Where's your friend Sabrina? A knife in the head. That's where she is. And as for your insurance, she's about to really see you in just a few seconds. Isn't that right? What's your favorite scary movie? You thought you were the only one who could play games? You didn't even think about why Dylan chose me.
Dylan won.
Dylan won? What do you mean?
I was right. Look at you. You're a killer. Because of that, Dylan will never be forgotten. And his legacy will always be around. Why? Why can't you people, the mentally ill, just good guidance and not listen to Dylan. Look at you. Is this what you really want? What Dylan wanted? A legacy. I suppose it's legacy. A legacy known for guiding ye sick people down a dark path. And all for what? All because of these. This is what all this was over? These? Don't let anyone end up like you and Dylan. You should just end it.
Talk about getting better. Surely there's another way that doesn't involve death. Hi everyone, this is Allison Lebrun, and you all know by now who I am and what I have done. I am well aware that I'm the one who did these things, but it was all because the man I loved, Dylan Daly, took advantage of my disorder. I was an object in his game, along with many others, for his supposed legacy. I'm sick of Dylan's games. I'm sick of his manipulation.
What are you doing?
It needs to end. From now on, Dylan's legacy won't be remembered for the reasons he wanted it to be remembered.
Stop that!
From now on, it's going to be for mental health awareness. What Dylan's legacy was really about is guiding sick people like myself down a very dark path that they'll never come back from.
I will not be forgotten!
People like us need help, but we're too afraid to open up. We're aware that we need help, but we always struggle in making that first step. And I'm going to be the first one to start. When this video is over, I'll be calling the police on myself. From now on, I'll only be talking to the police and anyone else about the mistakes that I've made and the help that I'm getting. And I'm hoping that after I turn myself in, people will realise that they do need help. And everyone just know that there is help and that there is goodness. That Dylan was just a mad fool. And that people need to be aware of our disorders. That movies are just movies. And that the victims, they had lives. Instead of remembering the murders, we should remember who the victims were. What their dreams were. What they hoped for. What they were planning, their families and friends. And maybe, just maybe, I'll have a chance at having a good life one day. This is Allison Lebrun, out for the final time. Hello, police. This is Allison Lebrun.
where the viaduct looms like a bird of doom as it ships and cracks, where secrets lie in the border fires, in the humming wires. Yeah, man, you know you're never coming back. Past the square, past the bridge, past the mills, past the stacks. On a gathering storm comes a tall, handsome man.
Good morning, everyone, and you are listening to 2FM with Jack Henricks. Gonna start off with some interesting news regarding Allison Lebrun. It's been a while since we last spoke about it, but stay with me here. Now, this news isn't an official update, nor is it any news report as of yet, so you'll be hearing it here first. A source close to the case has given us this scoop, so until any confirmation, take it with a grain of salt, but apparently 4 months prior to the event of the chrome-faced Christmas killings, Allison Lebrun gave birth to a baby boy before handing him right off to social services due to her mental state. Is it Dylan's? We more than likely suspect it to be if this report is true. But could you imagine, though, what that boy would feel if he found out who his parents were, how he'd react? They definitely need to keep an eye out on that considering his blood heritage. But before she gave him up, she apparently gave him a name. Billy.